Hello everybody, I'm Brett and welcome to Nightwood Guns. I did a review on the P365, so now it's time for a review on the P365 XL. This is a phenomenal gun and one of my favorite carry guns of all time, but I did have to send it back to SIG. Stay tuned for the negatives to see why I had to do that. So first of all, let's talk about the purpose of the gun. When this gun was announced, everyone was like, P365 XL? Doesn't that defeat the purpose of the P365, an extra large version of a small gun? Well, this gun has a very specific purpose. The standard P365 can be worn on the belt and can be put into a pocket for pocket carry. But the 365 XL is a little too big for pocket carry. This is the P365 that's going to live on your belt. The reason for that is because the standard P365 doesn't have a lot of barrel length below your belt line when you're carrying it inside the waistband, which can cause it to spill out over the top of your belt and really jab into you. The 365 XL, however, has just enough extra barrel length to give you a little more leverage below your belt line to cause it to not spill over and to make it a far more comfortable carrying experience. So now that we've gone over the purpose of the gun, let's talk about the positives of the gun. Much like the standard P365, I love the stippling and I love the undercut. It really allows you to get a nice high non-slip grip on the gun to help mitigate some of the recoil. I also love the SIG X-ray sights that gives you a nice big green dot up front with a tritium vial in it and nice discrete tritium vials in the back to make sure you have a good sight picture in low light and daylight. Positives that are unique to the XL are the extended beaver tail, which allows you to get a more comfortable grip on the firearm and also allows people with bigger or meatier hands to avoid slide bite. Now the grip on this gun holds a flush fit 12 round magazine, so the grip of this gun is going to be the exact same size as a P365 with a 12 round extended magazine in it. And the grip is also mildly flared at the bottom and has a kind of a quasi mag well that just helps your reloads go a little bit smoother. And of course, it's also optics ready. If you want to see my review on the Romeo 0, be sure to check it out on my channel. I really can't say enough good things about this gun. It does pretty much everything right. It's extremely reliable and has cycled every single bullet I have put through it. 147 grain, 124 grain, 115 grain, all variations of hollow points, plus P, and standard pressure. This gun is super accurate, feels great in the hand, and is easy to shoot well. Not to mention, due to its lightweight and size, you're very likely to take it with you, and it's very comfortable to carry all day. Now that we've gone over the positives of the gun, let's get into the negatives. Right off the bat, I have the same warnings about this gun that I did with the P365. You get a small gun, you run into small gun problems. All of the controls are smaller and harder to hit than on a Glock 19 sized gun.
Hey, Kay, no, come on, man. You get a Series 4 deatomizer, I get a little midget cricket. Oh, yeah.
And the gun's just flat out gonna have more recoil and more muzzle flip. This is an ultra lightweight, ultra compact, ultra small firearm. And you can't ignore the laws of physics, it's just gonna have more recoil and your follow-up shots are gonna be a little harder to get off. And again, as with the standard P365, the proprietary rail irritates me. I understand why they couldn't make it Picatinny, it would be too wide, but it really feels like they're making you buy their accessories. Now, negatives that are unique to the 365 XL. The flat trigger that comes standard on the gun. Now, while it looks cool and a lot of people consider it an upgrade, I've got a couple of problems with it. Number one, it's angled so far forward that if you're wearing a glove or if you just have fatter fingers, you can actually start to depress the trigger just by putting your finger in the trigger guard. And you don't want that trigger to start traveling until you're ready to fire. Also, the trigger on my XL was horrible from the factory. Go ahead and take a look. Had a lot of travel and a lot of creep. Between that and the lack of clearance in the trigger guard, I sent this XL off to Robert Burke, the SIG armorer, who threw the curved trigger in there for me to give me a little more clearance, and also did his carry action job on it to smooth out the trigger and give it less travel. All of that being said, I did have to send my P365 XL back to SIG. It had nothing to do with the function of the firearm, but it was the Romeo 0. It was not mounted flush to the slide, and because of that, I couldn't line up the front sight with the rear sight that's integral to the Romeo 0. SIG thought it might have been the milling on the slide, so I sent them the whole gun. It turns out I got a bad Romeo 0 sight. Again, it had nothing to do with the function of the gun, but SIG quality control strikes again. But overall, I think if you need an inside the waistband carry gun that's smaller than a Glock 19, this gun fills this gap in between the standard P365 and Glock 19 sized firearms. If you were looking for a micro-compact gun that has some advantages of a bigger gun, such as a full firing grip and a longer barrel for comfort and carrying inside the waistband, then the P365 XL, it's the best thing on the market. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I'm Brett, and this was Nightwood Guns. Nightwood out.